Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my own little slice of hell. I am your host, the Antichrist, aka Satan's favorite daughter, aka the haunted hippie. What's so awesome about today's video is that I think my mic is picking up the sounds of my dishwasher because my desk shares the wall with my dishwasher. I'm sorry if that's a problem. I repent. I'll never do it again. But this video needed to get filmed and those dishes needed to be washed. Today, of course, we are talking about physical media once again. I want to say there's gotta be over 50 videos on the physical media playlist on this channel. That's primarily what I do here, so if that sounds good to you, then click subscribe. Click the like button, click the notification bell, and that way you never miss the next video. If you're new here, I just moved, and so my last video was like putting these shelves together and giving you guys an update. I have another update today because I'm sick in the head and I bought more physical media, but for the most part, today is an anti-haul. I only picked up 2 things. Then a lot of stuff, as I was putting things together, I realized that I had doubles of, and I try to be really conservative with the space that I do have. And no, the second shelf is not full yet, but I don't even have all of my physical media with me, let alone have it in all these shelves. I am planning on getting a third. At what point, I'm not exactly sure when. Whenever it becomes necessary, baby. But if you're new here, I have a partner who is very, very into vintage clothing, and so I have a couple pieces that I have to share because they are movie and horror related, and all 3 of these pieces came from the biggest vintage shop in California, if not the country. Scott knows more about this than I do. And I got 3 different pieces there. That's a lie. Scott got them for me. And we were up there for like a family reunion, by the way. Slow is lovely. But the first item is this Letterman jacket that is so cool. And it's an old Hollywood Pictures jacket. I don't really know how I'm gonna be able to show this to you. Hopefully you can see the cool lettering there. And then this is like real suede. It's so cool. And then the back has the old logo. I know that this is an image from a lot of our youths. Actually, what am I saying? I think that my analytics tell me that most people on this channel are like men who are older than me. Apparently that's like the prime demographic for collecting physical media. I've got that in common with middle-aged men. So for me anyway, this is an image of my youth and it's so cool. It fits me perfectly. Do you want to see? Oh, and also there's like the really cool tag in here. It's like a Disney tag. The Walt Disney Studios store, made in USA. Oh, great tag. Boom. Yeah, I love it, but I am barely ever gonna get to wear it living in LA. Actually, at nighttime events, I'll be able to, so. Oh, and it's so comfy. I feel like a lot of Lettermans, they're really stiff in the arms, so they're more of like a fashion statement than being comfortable or functional. This is all of the above. Scott has really turned me into a bit of a clothing collector. Like, I don't buy anything firsthand anymore unless it's like a really basic kind of building piece. And I have so many vintage t-shirts now, including this Day of the Dead t-shirt. This one sadly doesn't have the tag anymore, but there's a lot of really cool wear around the neckline. It doesn't have the like single stitch because I think that this shirt is maybe only like 20 years old. So this is like an early 2000s shirt, I'm pretty sure. Nothing on the back, just a really cool Day of the Dead logo on the front. And then finally, the shirt that I am wearing. I was completely unaware that Scott purchased this shirt for me, and he gave it to me like over a month later on my birthday. It is a vintage Friday the 13th t-shirt, and it's from the 90s. That's what Scott says, and that makes sense because it has Made in Hell on the back. Can you see that? Can you see it? He said that it was like a late 90s shirt, and this is like a grail t-shirt. If anybody knows anything about it, please put it in the comments down below. Scott was able to pinpoint that it came from like kind of the late 90s, like maybe 97, 98. And my theory is that that was around the time when the VHS set of the original movies came out. So these shirts were promo that were kind of in theme with Jason Goes to Hell. I don't know. That's my best guess. If anybody knows anything about this shirt, please let us know, because Scott, who is so good at researching all this stuff, he couldn't quite figure it out, because I think that he only found maybe 1 of these shirts online. Like, he just could not track it down. So it's super rare, super cool. It's just like the classic design. I love it so much. All right, now getting into the physical media stack. So as I always do, let's start with all of the DVDs that I'm getting rid of. Now this is kind of sad, but I am getting rid of a clippy DVD of Final Destination. It's so pretty too. It's got this like holographic vibe and so many special features. God damn, I didn't even know that they could fit that many on clippy DVDs. Also, in one of my last videos, I called it by the proper name. I called it a snapper case, and y'all in the comments acted like I was replaced by a pod person. You guys were like, like, where is Kylie? What have you done with her? The haunted hippie I know would never call it a snapper case, and you're right. Honestly, you clocked me, that's my bad. I don't know why I did that. I just switch up my terminology sometimes, but it's called a clippy DVD, you're right, and you should say it. Anyway, this has got a ton of special features on there if you would like to pause to read, if you can. I don't know if my camera can even quite pick that up. Now, before I explain why I'm getting rid of this, let me just share the other ones I'm getting rid of. Final Destination 2 and The Final Destination. Yes, these DVDs are ones that I'm getting rid of. The Final Destination just has additional scenes as special features, and then there are some beyond the movie features in here that I think are just little featurettes. And then there's like filmmaker commentary and stuff on the second movie. So a decent amount of stuff, you know, decent physical media. I had the first 4 movies on DVD, and it is very nostalgic. I like them a lot, but I have all 5 of the movies on Blu-ray, and my reasoning used to be, well, these DVDs have the really nostalgic menus on them. How could I possibly get rid of them? But I have them all in the Blu-ray pack, the pack of 5 of them, and I realized that I just never reach for these. The one that I am keeping is Final Destination 3, but I didn't want to pull out everything that I'm keeping to like show to you. So I'll take you over to my shelf at the end and I'll just go through all the stuff that I am keeping, because like I said, a lot of these are doubles, so I just don't reach for these. And also, I know that I have expressed a lot of warm feelings towards clippy DVDs and being really adamant about calling them that. However, they are very annoying to store, and I feel like they're quite flimsy as well. Like this one even, I don't know if I'll be able to show you this, but there's a little chip at the bottom. I don't even know when this happened. There's also a chip at the top here, like there's just a whole chunk of the plastic missing. I don't know if that happened in the move, if it was already like that or what, but these just don't fit in nicely next to other physical media. Like they always get rubbed the wrong way. And this one has even gotten chipped and scratched and stuff. And as it turns out, I just don't reach for them. So I am gonna go ahead and get rid of them. It feels kind of bad because like it is super nostalgic, and I am keeping all 7 of the original Saw movies on DVD. Something in me is not able to part with those yet, even though I have the first 8 in that little bundle Blu-ray pack. It really might just be the clippy DVD of it all. I don't know. So that's up first. Up next, we have an unopened DVD of Mamma Mia. It includes a sing-along bonus feature. There also is a deleted musical number. There is feature commentary. And also there's something really nostalgic about a white DVD case. This was the same thing where it was like, I got a really good upgrade. One of my subscribers, John, had sent me like a steelbook of the first 2 movies, but I was like, oh, but you know, he put them in a case for the sequel, so I don't have a case for the original. I gotta keep this DVD for whatever reason, like, I don't know, but I think I'll let someone else enjoy this instead. Next up, we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This is a DVD that I've had, I want to say since, yeah, like early college. I got this the year that the movie came out. It was one of the years where my dad and I went out and we did a big like Black Friday physical media search. That used to be such a fun tradition, but now like there's no physical media in Best Buy, there's barely any in Target, so totally killed our vibe. But this was something that I had picked up all those years ago. And there are some special features there. There is a tribute to Stan Lee. There are some other featurettes. I think that there's commentary. Fantastic, amazing, perfect film. I just have it on Steelbook, so I'm not gonna hang on to this. The last DVD that I'm getting rid of is An American Haunting. Now, if you follow me on the Haunted Hippie channel, which I know you do, you heard me rant and rave about this movie, okay? I railed on it. That was in my June recap. I found this movie at Goodwill and I was gonna hold on to it, wait, like included in a physical media haul. I got it because I had no idea that there was a movie starring these people that I love. A horror movie, no less. It has the girl who plays Wendy in the live action Peter Pan. It has Donald Sutherland, Sissy Spacek. This also has some good special features on here, like deleted scenes. That's usually one of my favorite things. But then I watched the movie and honestly was so offended by it. For some of the subject matter, sure, whatever. Mostly just by how bad it was, genuinely. So if for some reason there is an American Haunting shaped hole in your heart, come on down to my Poshmark store. It's always linked down below. It can be yours. I don't know what this sticker is on the front because this is not an old Blockbuster DVD case. It must have been for like an independent DVD, you know, VHS rental store, which rest in peace. God, I miss those days. Oh, this also is an unrated edition. So, yay! Okay, the rest of the stuff that I'm getting rid of is really, really good. I'll kick it off with the non-horror, starting with Kingsman: The Secret Service. For a long time, this literally was my favorite movie of all time. I haven't watched it in many, many years. In fact, have I logged it on Letterboxd? No, I probably have. God, I loved it so much. Like, freshman year of college, I showed it to a couple of my friends. I just watched it all the time. I was so taken by this movie. So this is a Blu-ray that I've had for a very long time. I probably got it pretty shortly after the movie released, even though I never saw it in theaters. I discovered it later on. Anyway, good Blu-ray. It's got some special features on there. Take a little gander if you fancy. But yeah, I love this movie, and this is a great Blu-ray, but you'll find out soon why I don't need to keep it anymore. Next up, we've got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and we've got this on 4K. I definitely had vlogged me picking this up, because this would have been, what was this? 2022? Although, it feels loose in there, which is annoying because I never opened it. So be wary of that if you decide to purchase. This has over 90 minutes of bonus features on it. That's kind of crazy. There just are a ton of featurettes on there. There are deleted scenes. There's filmmaker commentary. I got a great deal on this too, but somebody sent me a steelbook a little while back. So I realized that I don't need to keep this. I was going to because I was like, oh wait, is the steelbook a 4K or not? But I checked and I believe it is. All right, now for some horror. First up, this one is a little bit suspect. Somebody sent this to me. It is a physical media copy of Hush, but I believe that I received this before there was an official physical media release. So I don't really know where this came from. Well, it came to me from a subscriber, but I haven't opened it yet. It says, thank you for supporting a small business. You can kind of tell that like this printout was not super professionally done. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do with this. Like, do I donate it? I don't want to just throw it away. Like, what if it plays the movie and it's fine? But also, like, ethically, what do I do? Like, I don't know. This feels like a big gray area, so let me know in the comments down below. Next up, we have got my Blu-ray of It Follows. I was sent a really cool edition of this that I will show you when we get up and go to my shelf, so I just no longer need to keep this anymore. It's got, critics commentary hosted by Scott Weinberg, also a conversation with the film composer, and then that's it. Those are kind of random special features, but kind of cool, pretty unique. Next up, I am getting rid of two different copies of Halloween 2018. First up, we have my original Blu-ray. This has been with me through a good amount. This movie is so special to me. It came out pretty early on in my sophomore year of college. It was pretty much my introduction to the franchise. I have so much love for this film. I just don't need this anymore. It has all the OG special features. I'm not sure if in newer releases there is more on the Blu-rays, but I don't think so. And I will show you why I think that is. Because I'm also getting rid of this edition of Halloween 2018. I think the only thing that this has that this might not is deleted and extended scenes. They both have Back in Haddonfield Making Halloween. They both have the original Scream Queen. They both have The Sound of Fear, and they both have Journey of the Mask and The Legacy of Halloween. So this might be somewhat of an extended edition, but wait, don't I have that here too? Oh yeah, duh, bonus features with deleted and extended scenes. It says it right there. Oh my god. So these are the same. This just is a 4K, and this also is a UK release. And I'm just not that fond of these. Like, I know that typically the UK does way better physical media. I have an extreme gripe with these like age thingies that are just plastered all over the boxes. I think it just like ruins the design for me. I don't know why, but like just look how clean this is. I don't even like this thing at the top, like Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital. I don't like that kind of marketing thing on the front, because I'm like, if I own this and I've collected this, I don't want to see that. I don't need to see that. I just want the movie poster. And anyway, you'll see why I am not holding on to this. I'll show you the steelbook that I do have. But before we get into that, I have picked up two new pieces of physical media. Okay, nothing crazy. I found both of them at Goodwill. First up is this DVD of The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I can't even believe it that there is a Scott Derrickson horror film from I think the early 2000s that I've never seen. Like, how have I never seen this? How is that? I don't know. I'm gonna try to include this in my July recap. Gonna try to make it a point to get to this month. The only thing I can think of why I missed this is because I just don't like exorcism movies, but I still find it hard to believe that I have never seen this before. So we're gonna cross this one off the list pretty soon. And finally, the last thing that I picked up is this steelbook of Kingsman. It is so pretty. Look at it. Oh, I'm gonna have to get the stupid Goodwill sticker off. These are the worst, by the way, but there also is really cool artwork on the back. And yeah, I just am obsessed. Like, I think that this artwork is so cool. It very much gives comic book. It's very much in the vibe of the movie. The inside isn't really anything special, but that's okay. Was so stoked to find this. I feel like it's just so rare to find find a steelbook at a Goodwill. Plus one in this good of condition. Oh, I'm so lucky. All right, now I will take you over and just show you a couple of the things, and maybe it'll make a little bit more sense why I'm getting rid of some of the stuff that I am, because it is good stuff. Guys, I'm sick. I just realized that for the entire half hour I just was recording that, my mic wasn't plugged in. Wasn't even plugged in. So that's something I'm gonna have to live with. But anyway, come with me. Oh, before I pop over there, we have this dinky little like temporary nightstand for Scott's side of the bed. But I want to let you guys know that I picked this up for myself for my birthday, and I literally blew through it in 2 days. Oh my god, this still has the sticker on it, Scott. And I convinced Scott to read it, so now he is reading Tender as the Flesh. I can kind of recommend this. I rank every horror book that I read in a year at the beginning of each year, so you might want to subscribe to Haunted Hippie because I am gonna get into a lot with this book. You'll have to wait several months, but still, if you're interested. I just realized I can also put the new Kingsman Steelbook in here. There we go. Oh, beaut. I need to get that off. I do have some goo gone. I should do that. As far as Halloween goes though, this is my Steelbook. I have it in plastic casing, so sorry, this is a little bit reflective. It's great. I believe that it is a 4K. Oh my god, you can see my wonky reflection. Hello. But yeah, I love this steelbook, so I just didn't need the other items that I owned. I literally owned this movie 3 times over, kind of ridiculous. So I'm just gonna hold on to that one. While we're in the H section, just want to show you, oh, the official 4K for Hush. Just showing it off just because. And then in the I section, yes, here it is. I have this big copy of It Follows. Still in its plastic, haven't opened it, but definitely gonna crack this open soon. And yeah, I know I was talking shit on UK versions, but that is what this is. It's just a sick version though. It comes with like this whole booklet. There's just so much stuff in here. I think that is this a steelbook? Honestly, I don't know. I need to crack this open. Really hefty one though. I don't know if I'll keep this forever, but maybe if a more sleek 4K comes out, or if I get a steelbook or something, then I might replace this. We'll see. I'm just not like a huge fan of how chunky these things are. I think the look of DVDs and Blu-rays just is a lot more sleek. I think that that is an unpopular opinion. Is that a video that I should do, by the way? Like unpopular physical media opinions. I don't know. I feel like some people would think I'm talking crazy because a lot of people love stuff like this. And then lastly, I've got a little Spider-Man section over here. Oh, I should put them all together. I try to leave some space in these. I actually need to like separate some of these a little bit more and leave more space because I have been putting more things into my collection as I've been watching them. And obviously this is too tight. I prefer it a little bit more like this. It makes it easier, obviously. But I've got these 2 great steelbooks. First, of course, of Into the Spider-Verse. And then I've also got Across the Spider-Verse. Shout out to my subscribers and my patrons who have sent me this amazing physical media. Wouldn't have upgraded to these without them, that's for sure. But yeah, it's coming together. You know, it doesn't look too different from my last physical media update. I'm sure I'll do a really, really big one once I get the 3rd shelf, and then, you know, of course, also once I get more of my physical media here with me. There's still a lot at my parents' house. It's a whole thing. If you've been around, you know, but it's a lot to transport it. Oh, Final Destination! That was the last thing I wanted to show you because I know you guys might think I'm crazy for that. Oh god, this is one of the shelves that's like really tight. But as I mentioned, I've got the 5-film collection here, which I want to say has the same menus as the DVDs. I don't know, I haven't checked yet. And then I decided to keep this sleeved edition of Final Destination 3. Number 1, it just looks really cool. Love a sleeved DVD, love a sleeved Blu-ray, but also because this is the Create Your Own Movie edition, and somehow I've seen this movie like 4 times and I've never taken advantage of this. I think it's because the first 2 times I watched it, I don't know, just wanted the pure experience. Then I showed it to my partner Scott, and so couldn't do this with him. Then I did a watch along with my audience, and that was before the release of Final Destination 6. We did a whole marathon, and so now maybe actually the next time I watch this, I will create my own movie. This could be a feature on this pack. I kind of doubt it though, but I'll check. All right, now back to the outro. All right, well, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I always love spending a little time with a fellow physical media nerd. Like I said, there's a very bingeable playlist of physical media content on this channel, but I also take you guys on spooky outings because I am a spooky girl. I am the Haunted Hippie. If you're brand new, then also check out that channel. That's where I talk about horror movies. I also have a Patreon where, depending on which tier you join, you get a new video every single week. But more than anything, I just hope that you enjoyed this video and that I catch you in the next one. Bye. Oh, stoked. So stoked.